It's my pleasure to invite and introduce Professor Dr. Sushma Yadav. She's a distinguished academic leader and scholar, currently serving as a member of the University Grants Commission and the Press Council of India. Her extensive career includes her previous role as a Vice Chancellor of Bhagat Phul Singh Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Sonipat, Haryana, and as Pro-Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. With over 38 years in academia, Professor Yadav has made significant contributions through her leadership and scholarly work. She has authored or edited over 12 books and published numerous research papers in renowned national and international journals. Recognized for her excellence, she received the Pride of the Nation Excellence Award and the Woman of the Year Award in 2019. Her remarkable achievement and dedication to higher education highlights her commitment to advancing knowledge and supporting academic excellence. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your
Most welcome, madam. आपका बहुत स्वागत है, and the whole United Consciousness family is eager to listen from you, your guidance, and talk about harnessing the power of youth, awakening the next generation change makers. All stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Vikranji. It's such a pleasure. So I can't see the audience, but dear sisters and brothers, it's a universal address which can go on. And let me first compliment the organizers of this United Consciousness or the United Consciousness family, as they say, and all those who are involved in this initiative. I compliment them for the great initiative. It's great because suddenly somehow it becomes very important that we have peace around. We all need peace. It's very timely and very relevant initiative. We live in campuses where peace should be there, campuses where youth is there. And I'm really, really happy that you have chosen the International Day of Peace, and it's a complete week that you have celebrated, and you wish to establish the culture of peace through united consciousness. It's like I get reminded of what Sister Yogita was just talking, peace within and peace around, and peace is surely within, but we have to go within. And how do we go within in a world where the market dominates, where noise dominates, where consumerism dominates, where you are attracted every moment towards something which may not be as desirable, which may not be as much wanted? And why I say I understand this by living on campuses, and I'm also happy that you have made me part of this by giving me the topic, which is again relevant for my profession also, my role also, which says harnessing the power of youth, awakening the next generation change makers. I'm sure there must be many young people, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, part of this complete United Consciousness Week. And I would say the peace cannot be purchased. It cannot be a consumable item. So I wish to convey to my dear young brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, whatever we say, to them that peace has to be established. Peace has to be felt. Peace has to be, surrounding us. Peace has to be within. Peace has to be out. I am reminded, and I will end with that also, I'm reminded of our Samapan mantra, or which is called Shanti mantra, in almost every religious activity, almost every yagya or havan that we perform. In the end, we always wish for peace. And we start from outside. Peace in the environment, whatever makes the environment. Peace around us. because then only we can have peace within us. Or it can be the otherwise round. If you have peace within, then you can be at peace and you can feel peace wherever you are. But they have to be both connected, the peace within and peace outside. When we talk about harnessing the youth, youth is always hopeful, youth is always our hope. Youth is one which is not really pessimistic. They are optimistic because they look at the future. And India can be really proud and also is privileged to have a very good number of youth. We can say maybe the largest number of youth, the world says us, and that is our demographic power also. Although India never talks about the language of power and doesn't talk in the language of power, it talks in the language of peace and balancing within and outside. However, the youth is attracted, towards what is happening around the world. This power that we have, the power really have to be harnessed. This youth power, as we say, and Swami Vivekananda was an icon of this, whose words are really, really inspiring always, because when he invoked the youth and the world around was Uttishta, Jagrat, Prapya Varan Nibodhyat, that you get up, you rise, you awake within also, awake, and then reach the best or try to get what is the best around you, the Shresht, which is around you. And that is how the youth must work. That is how their real power will be nurtured and harnessed. And about the universities or educational institutions, Swami Vivekananda always said it is the teacher's duty to get the best out of every child. Every child, every human being. He said every manav has the best within. श्रेष्ठ बनने की क्षमता लगभग सभी व्यक्तियों में होती है. उस श्रेष्ठ को बाहर निकालना यह है उसके गुरु का. और गुरु शब्द भी किसी और संस्कृति में नहीं है. It's something very, very peculiar to our culture. Now, how can we do this? How can we awaken the next generation or the best in them? So I would start with something which is very, very important now. We are talking in the light of National Education Policy 2020, which talks about linking the legacy to the latest, the civilizational ethos to the global ethos, the soul with the Vasudha. So it has to be connected, the entire continents. So these all have to be connected. And when we talk about the youth is lacking somewhere these days. I very rarely found a person who is smiling, who looks happy. Although they're young and they have the entire world on their side, but they look at times gloomy. So I would start with the Panchendriya Kosh, which is our special. I do not know if somebody has talked about it. Even if somebody has talked about it, I'll repeat it. Because for youth, and if youth are there, it is very important they understand it. We are made of panchabhutas or panchatattvas, the five elements, which make the entire universe and which make the entire human being also. And these five elements of universe are also connected with the five indriyas that we have, or the powers that we have, the power to feel, the power to speak, the power to breathe, etc., etc. So they are part of it. And I would say, if the youth has to be at peace within, if the youth has to be with at peace with others, they must be able to develop all their aspects of personality. And so the Panchendriya Kosh becomes important. That is five-dimensional development of a person, of an individual, of a man or a woman. I'm not saying man or a woman, of a human being, in fact. All of them need it well. What is this Panchendriya? We start with The basic is the body or the physical well-being, which is most important, because we are till we are. We are till we are in this body, because basically our identity in this world is this body which is with us. So the first is Annamaya Kosh. How do we keep it well? We must eat well. We must eat the right kind of food. The right kind of food is as natural and as organic as possible, which nature gives us. So it should be taken as pure as possible. And because if we take the right kind of grain, the right kind of food, then it gives us the right kind of energy which is required to remain well. So I would tell all youth who are part of this or who are listening to this to eat well, and especially to the youth, because at this age of life you may not be at homes, you may be anywhere in the world. Mothers may not be behind you to say eat in time, eat well, you must take milk, you must take fruit, you must take vegetables. So all kinds of good food you must take, then your body becomes healthy. And in India, in our culture, in our literature, we believe that body is the first requirement even to perform your dharma or go to the other duties that are part of your life. So your shariram khalu dharma sadhanam. This body is basically the means to performing your duty or performing dharma also. Second is, now you can't only live in this body, you can't live physically only. The mind is as important, जिसको हम मन बोलते हैं. So manomay kosh is the second kosh. You first take care of your body, but then you must also take control of your mind. Mind runs very fast, and it's very difficult to keep it under any kind of discipline. But as a youth, as an educated youth, as a responsible youth, it's your duty to keep your mind under control, to keep, because indriya, we have to control our indriyas, which run up, they can run havoc if you do not control them. So keeping your mind under control, that is on the right path, on the right way. There can be hundreds of distractions. Your mind can run around. Even now, if you're listening to me, your mind may be here or there, but keep it focused, keep it on the right path, keep it on righteous path, and keep it on the way or the aim that you have made for yourself. If you can really control or restrain or constrain your mind, you become a balanced person. So, Tanomay Kosh, Annamay Kosh, or Manomay Kosh, the two of them take care of your body and mind. Now, body and mind, of course, make an entire human being, but there are many more things also which a human being inculcates, a human being learns. And to be healthy, you need something more. The third is the pranamaya kosh, where you start taking charge of your breathing. Just now you had meditation, and meditation, in fact, tells you how to focus your mind and how to regulate your breathing. So, pranamaya kosh is when you regulate your breathing, you balance in and out how much you breathe in, how much you breathe out. Same way, how much you think, how much you read, how much you take within, and how much of that you in fact turn into jnana, medha. These all come later. First, it's the information. So, how much information you take in. Pranayam gives you one way of controlling your breathing or living. So that breathing is important. Pranamaya kosh, if you control your breathing, if you control your pranavayu, if you control your mind, if you control your body, then you are ready to become the knowledgeable person. So fourth is the jnanamaya kosh. And jnana is not alone. Knowledge is not alone. It comes with science, jnana vijnanamaya kosh, because in Indian ethos or Indian civilization, they are not separate. You inform, you inculcate, Then you practice, and what you confirm by practice becomes Vigyan. So Jnanamaya Kosh. And fourth, if you have all this, let me assure you, and our culture says it, you can really reach the stage of pleasure, ananda. Although pleasure also doesn't convey that word, but ananda. And ananda here is sat chitta ananda, where you have truth also, where you have your heart also, and where you can really feel the pleasure of all that you have gained till now. So, then Annamaya Kosh, Manomaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, Jnanamaya Kosh, or Antataha, or in the end, Anandamaya Kosh. If you have all these in balance, I'm sure there'll be a smile on your face. What Sister Sayukta was telling us in meditation, you will feel the peace within and you will be the best outside. So, young ones, to harness your power, to awaken your consciousness, to feel the pleasure of being what Indian tradition tells you, you can really move in that direction. And I will tell you four sentences which really give power to an individual, and I wish our youth are able to understand that. These four words are Pragyanam Brahma, because you are students, you are learning, you are learners, you are getting information, you are culturing that information, you are nurturing that information, and it becomes knowledge. We are living in knowledge society, and knowledge is very important in this stage. But mind it, years and centuries before, Indian sages had recognized that jnana is Brahma. ज्ञान ही ईश्वर है, प्रज्ञानम ब्रह्म, अयम आत्मा ब्रह्म, और वह ही ईश्वर है, यह भी ईश्वर है, I am too. मैं भी ईश्वर हूं, अहम ब्रह्मा अस्मि. Only Indian civilization tells you that. So, dear young sisters and brothers, understand there is a God within you also. You may go to temple to search God, meet God, pray to God, but the God is within as well. So, अहम ब्रह्मा अस्मि, मैं ही ईश्वर हूं, तत्त्वम असि. दूसरे में भी वही देखिए, you too are God. The moment you realize this, that you are God and the other person is also God, you become sisters and brothers naturally. It's such a relationship, and if that relationship exists, you cannot but be at peace. And lastly, sarvam khalu idam brahmam. This all is Brahma. So if God is all around, if God is within me and within you, if God is you and God is me, if God is the entire universe, where is the point of fight? Where is the point of competition? Where is the point of conflict? Where is the point of rivalry? And where is the point of war? The moment we realize, we stop having these very negative feelings around us. And that is how I can say with a lot of pride, India never invaded any country. India never attacked any country. We've been great empire, we've been great civilization, we've been great country, we've been great culture, but we never imposed it on others. So because we believe that Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, let all be happy. Sarve Santu Niramayah, let all be disease free. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, let everyone see good, see well. Na Kaschit Dukh Bhag Bhavet or Ma Kaschit. Nobody should be sad, nobody should be unwell. The culture which preaches this, the culture which teaches this, the culture which practices this has to be the culture of the youth of 21st century. And therefore, Indian youth has a special duty to take this message around, and the United Consciousness has organized this event on a great day, which is International Day of Peace, especially when we are living in the shed of wars, in the shed of smaller wars which are happening, and the bigger wars which may be looming large, this initiative becomes important, and I will invoke my youth, younger brothers and sisters, my students, my scholars, and young teachers. Please spread this message. First, be at peace with yourself. Only then you can nurture peace in others, and then we can tell the world, now we are not alone. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, what our Honorable Prime Minister told in G20, we do not have to count, this is mine, this is yours, I am Nijaha Paroveti. But we have to be large hearted, and when we become large hearted, the entire universe is our family. Therefore, we pray for peace in the trees, peace in the water, peace around us, peace in the air, and peace in us also. Sarvam idam. So, Shanti within, Shanti around, and Shanti beyond. Peace beyond us also. Then only we can establish peace. I would like to thank Professor Dr. Vikrant Tomar for giving me this opportunity, and the United Consciousness family for giving me this opportunity. It's a real pleasure. I wish this initiative gets completely successful, and we can see a world which is full of love and peace. Om
Thank you
Shanti.
very much,
Thank you.
Madam. It is indeed a pleasure having a closing speech from you. How you invoked all five koshas within us, and then you called upon you to go beyond those five koshas to the absolute reality, Prajnanam Brahma. I am Atma Brahma, Tat Tomasi, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. I think this is a message you would like to disseminate in different parts of the world. Thank you very much for being here and blessing us with your presence.
Thank you.
On behalf of United Consciousness, I thank Professor Sushma Yadav for coming on to the platform of United Consciousness. Thank you so much.